What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Locked in Sports, bringing you my six best bets for today, Friday, July 19th, in the NBA Summer League. We're wrapping up Summer League strong. Still got a few more days of it left, but got a lot of data, got a lot of great picks. Really excited about what we have to talk about today. And of course, in addition to the player props, I have a couple total game points lines I'm going to mention at the end of the video. I do just want to say I'm a player props guy. That's my forte. That's what I'm good at. I talk about total points lines because um, I was asked to in the comments of previous videos, and I'm having fun with it. We're hitting more often than we're missing, but it's not my specialty. So yeah, main part of the video is going to be player props. But before we get to all those picks, got to hop into a recap of yesterday. Before I hop into the recap, I just want to say thank you. Y'all are insane. Yesterday's video blew up. The most views, the most new subs, the most comments, the most likes that anything on my channel has ever gotten. And it's really gratifying. It's really awesome. So to all of you who watched, to all of you who liked and commented, thank you. And I'm glad that you guys tuned into that video because let's hop into the recap. It was a big winning day. It was a 4-2 day. Not going to complain about that at all. Now, what hit for us, what didn't? As always, let's start with what didn't. Bub Carrington just didn't look strong out there. He only had 9 points. Didn't have full. We took him for over 15.5. And Gigi Jackson, dude, this one frustrated me because I was out yesterday, wasn't able to watch the games live. I had to look at the box score. And the box score for the Memphis versus the Pelicans game right at the end had Jackson grab an 8th rebound. Saw that, was happy, put my phone away, thought, man, great, Gigi Jackson hit for us. Then checked back later, and they took away that last rebound, and it was 7 right under this line. But man, was that close. Man, was that frustrating. But the 4 picks that did hit for us, excited to talk about these. Jordan Hawkins, lower than 18.5 points. He only had 13. Easy, locked in, super sweat-free. Alex Sarr, lower than 12.5. He had 2. Easy, locked in, super sweat-free. Those 2 unders were some of the most sweat-free bets we've had in the Summer League. Now, 2 sweatier ones, Dalton Connect and Kyle Filipowski. They made us sweat. Both of them cleared their lines right at the very end of their games. We knew they were gonna. I mean, come on, these lines were way too low for these guys and how good they are. But they both cleared right at the end, made us sweat, but cashed out for us, giving us a nice winning 4-2 day. The total points line picks, both of those went over. We took their unders, so frustrating that those don't hit for us. The Lakers versus Cavs took under 178.5, went over. Clippers versus Jazz went under 179.5. That one went surprisingly far over. Clippers scoring up into the hundreds. Didn't see that one coming. Unfortunate that it misses, but we move on. We got new picks. We got more data today. Let's have another great winning day. Let's go. Now, before I hop into the first pick, want to say that I know I keep saying I'm going to make these videos shorter. I'm going to talk faster, and I don't because I have a lot to say about all these picks. So today's going to be my next attempt at making this video shorter and not talking for so long about everything. So let's hop in. Let's get through these. First up, from the Boston Celtics, I'm taking Baylor Skyerman. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. For under 13.5 points. Why? Well, he's under in 3 of 3. And they've only played 3 games. And he's never been the main shooter in his offense. And honestly, his position in the offense ranges anywhere from taking the second most shots to taking the fewest of all the starters on his team. And that game where he was taking the second most shots, it's because the 2 main shooters for his team were out. 2 main guys were out, and he still didn't have the most shots in his offense. Look, I anticipate him having more of a backseat role, forfeiting most of the shot opportunities like he has been. This is a guy who just can't clear his line because he doesn't have the volume to clear his line, and he's in an offense that has enough great shooters that he doesn't need to take that many shots, and he's not gonna. Plus, like I said, those 2 main shooters, 2 main scorers for the Celtics, were both out last game, so they're going to be more fresh this game. Even more reasons for Skyman to take fewer shots. So I just really like Baylor Skyman for under 13.5 points. Next up, a familiar name from the Chicago Bulls, someone we backed before and hit for us. It was Matas Buzelis for over 18.5 points. Why? Well, it's Matas Buzelis. He's the main scorer on his team, taking by far the most shots. And he was very close to his line twice, going over it once. You might be saying, yeah, well, he's only gone over his line one time. Why do we want to back him here? Well, it's because they're going up against the Hawks, and the Hawks aren't great defensively, especially against the guard. And Buzelis is one of the best guards in the league. Case in point for this, they give up 12 to Bronny. Bronny's not really a scoring guard. That's not his role. He doesn't shoot a bunch, and they gave up 12 points to him. They gave up 89 to the Lakers without Dalton Connect. I can only imagine that if Dalton Connect played the Hawks, he would have dropped 35 on him. I think Buzelis does the same thing here. I think he capitalizes on a defense that can't guard his position, being one of the best guards in the summer league. I definitely see him clearing this line of 18.5 points. All right, now we got a guy who we took last time and he didn't hit for us, but we have every reason to take him again. It's Dwayne Washington of the New York Knicks for over 17.5 points. Look, he was over in his first two games played, scoring 25 and 21 points, well over this line. And he was under in his most recent due to really weird, really bad efficiency. He only had 12. And he shot 0 from 7 from 3. It just was not Washington in this game. But he still had the highest volume on his team, still where he's at. He's still the main scorer on his team, where he's at. And what's important to note is he was playing in a back-to-back last game. And back-to-backs have been varying. They've been affecting some guys a lot. They've been affecting some other guys not a lot. We took Fapowski on a back-to-back yesterday, and he hit for us. But back-to-back definitely affected Washington. So now he gets to come back. He gets to be fresh. And every game where he's played, where he's fresh, he scored 20 plus. I don't see any reason for that to change. I know he didn't hit for us last time, but due to circumstance, due to his track record, due to the fact that every time he's fresh, he's going over 20, definitely locking in Dwayne Washington for over 17.5 points. Let's hop back over to a new name, someone we haven't bet on before here on the channel. It's Adam Bona of the Philadelphia 76ers for over 7 points. 7's a pretty low line, and he's been over in 3 of 3. He scored 8 in his first two games and 10 in his third. And he just has some of the most insane shooting efficiency I've seen from a summer league player or an NBA player, period. He's shooting about 80% from the field. He's had games where he's at 100%. He's shot 100% from the free throw line for the whole of summer league. And yeah, this is a guy who doesn't get a ton of shot opportunities, but the ones he gets are consistent and efficient. He's not missing shots. He's not chucking up bad balls. He's in the paint. He's a center. So he's going to be in there. He's going to get reliable, easy shots that are always going to go in. And he's going to get 4 to 6 shots, anywhere in that range. He's going to go over this line like he has every single time. I got no reason to think that Adam Bona doesn't go over 7 points. Now, let's hop back to a familiar name, someone we took before and he hit for us before. It's Cole Swider of the Miami Heat for under 13.5 points. Why? Well, he's not a main scorer on his team. He's a bench player. He's been under this line twice in 3 games played. His first game, he did phenomenal. He had 15 points coming off the bench. Great job. Then the second game, he had 3 points. And then last game we took him, he had 9. Hit his under. It was 16.5 for that game. And yeah, I still like it here at 13.5. I don't have a lot to say about this pick because there's not a lot in my mind as to why he would go over. He's a bench player. He's averaging around like 15 minutes, 16 minutes for his past couple games. He only took 6 shots last game. Yeah, when it comes down to it, he's not their star. He's not their main scorer, and he's not going to be. He's a bench player. So, Cole Swider, really easily under 13.5 points. Now, for the 6th and final pick of the day, it's someone you guys know I love betting on him. We've done it a bunch before. AJ Mitchell of the Oklahoma City Thunder for over 15 points. Man, why do his lines keep being so low? Look, it's the same reasoning as we've backed him multiple times before. He takes a lot of shots. He's a key shooter on his team. He's a key scorer, main guy there. Takes the most shots for his team. Look, first game, he scored 15 points, which was over his line for that game. And the Thunder were held to 69 in that game. Rough spot. Next game he goes out, he scores 21 when the Thunder are held to 31 points. Now, important to note, they're facing off the Warriors. Now, the Warriors are no slouch on defense, but they're giving up points in the low 80s every game, which is more than the Thunder have been scoring, which means that Mitchell is going to get even more opportunities to score points. He's going to get more shot opportunities. He's going to have more buckets going in against a defense that, while not bad, is worse than the ones they've been playing. Look, that's all there is to it. AJ Mitchell goes over his lines in games where his team doesn't score a lot. He is going to go over this line. He's going to go over his line in this game where his team's scoring even more. I'm stuttering over my words because I like this pick just so much. Such an easy lock. AJ Mitchell over 15 points. All right, there you have it. Those are my 6 best bets for today, Friday, July 19th, in the NBA Summer League. Really solid bets. I like them a lot. Some proven, consistent picks in there. Now for the total game points lines, as always, and I'll reiterate, I say this every time, but I'm a player props guy, not a total points line guy. Doing this because I was asked to in previous videos. I like to do it. We hit more often than we miss, but as always, I am a player props guy first. Also, go out and find the best lines that you can. I look at the lines, or I state the lines that ESPN Bet gives because I look at ESPN for my data, so I'm looking at these lines anyway. But different sportsbooks are going to have their lines at different values, so go out and find the best value for you from the sportsbooks that you guys like to use. Now, first line that I'm looking at, taking over, actually, it's Suns versus Bucks for over 180.5 points. Look, both teams are averaging in and around the high 80s while continuously giving up far more points than that. The Suns keep doing better and better. Started off doing all right in the points division and then scored 100 in their last game. And the Bucks are terrible defensively and routinely give up 100 plus points. I would be genuinely surprised to see the Suns do anything under 100 for this game. And I think if the Suns go over 100, which they definitely will, the Bucks are in an easy position to at least get 81 points, somewhere in the low 80s, or even high 80s, low 90s, and go over this line. If this game is more competitive, hey, maybe both teams score in the low 90s, still go over this line. There's just a lot of ways that the Suns versus Bucks go over 180.5 points. Next up, 76ers versus the Spurs. I like it for over 176.5 points. Why? Well, both teams have been scoring in and around the 90s recently, so really good spot to blow past this line. And both teams are averaging in the high 80s overall. Weaker start, but they've been getting better, scoring more. And they're giving up almost as many points. So, yeah, most of the games end up being really close for both of these teams. Close competitive game with these teams that are doing better, that have gone from scoring about the 80s to scoring in the 90s. I think they do it again. I think they score low 90s and just blow past 176.5. So those are my 2 total game points lines for today. And as always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'll make this ending as outro quick so we can make these videos a little bit shorter like I keep saying I'm going to do. But thank you all very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you know when new videos drop, because the lines for these videos, the lines for the Summer League drop very, very late. I woke up before the lines dropped today. I was just kind of waiting around for them to drop so I could start research and then make the video. So the sooner that you guys know about the video, the sooner you get your bets in, better lines you're going to get. Leave a like and comment down below. Look, the likes that you guys have been leaving are absolutely insane. It helps out the channel growth more than you know. It really, really is just incredibly appreciated. Thank you. In the comments as well, comment down below what picks you're taking. Comment if you're making money. Comment really whatever. Especially comment what you guys want to see coming up on the channel, because Summer League's about to end. Got a bit of time before the WNBA comes back. Got some more time before football comes back. So, just kind of trying to get some ideas for what I should do in the meantime between sports. I'm thinking about doing some NFL full season betting line videos, doing some more fantasy football videos, doing some power rankings and other stuff that maybe isn't betting, but just fun sports conversation stuff that I like talking about. So let me know in the comments down below what you want to see for future videos. And honestly, if you leave me an idea, probably make that video. Now, that's all I've got for today. If you guys want some fantasy football advice, on screen now, here, I believe, maybe here, is going to be a video talking about fantasy football and the most underrated players you can pick up as late round steals in your fantasy drafts. Video that I like a lot. Gonna be some more videos coming to that series talking about some overrated players and all that. So watch out for the future for those. But that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting. I'm floored by you guys. Thank you. So have a good one and let's make some money. Yeah.